What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I can't believe I'm seeing this, but we're seeing it. Umar Johnson is unhinged. I have not seen Umar Johnson this unhinged since Spencer Cornelia came after him. I want to say about, 9-10 months ago? And he went up to that school and he started putting on a display. Now, we see Umar Johnson doing the same thing. Now that everybody has come out against him, people are pushing back against him, saying, where's the school? It's been 15 years. You collected money starting in 2010. You collected money for a movie. You never produced a movie. You never produced a school. You haven't done any of that. Now, Umar Johnson is out here, and you could tell he's really unhinged because this is when he starts acting like he's doing more for the school. Now, we see him actually showing paint, paint for the floors, for the tiles of the floors. He's never done that. But now, since the pressure's been turned up, since he's begging for money, now he's out here performing and doing all that. I mean, it's amazing to see what a little bit of pressure can do, but it's also incredible to see that he doesn't have a team around him. He has nobody around him helping him. He's the only governing body at FDMG according to the tax paperwork. And this is what it takes to push him to actually do something at that school. This is why the school is never going to be up and function. Now, before I get into that, I want to play Umar Johnson's own words because he came after the black community. Of course he did. And he said he had something to say. So without further ado, I'm going to let Umar Johnson talk because he talks that talk, but he can never walk that walk. But he was on the Joe Budden podcast. And you know what? Let's just let Umar Johnson do the talking.
It's mostly opportunism. And I say that on one thing. I'm the most requested black scholar in the world. All 7 continents, nobody goes. I'm building 2 schools in Wilmington, Delaware. You understand? Let's start without opinion. If I can travel to work and do what I do, evaluate kids, help parents save their children, and I can find time to build 2 institutions, where y'all at? Anybody else doing shit but talking shit? We need institutions. 50% of the solution is institution. School to teach the people. Bank to invest in the people. Hospital, save the people. Supermarket to feed the people. If you ain't talking schools, banks, hospitals, supermarkets, manufacturing, distribution, you're not serious about solving the black community's problems. Talk is good. Institutions are better. Activism or institutions. So you say, I don't build institutions. I fight for my people. No problem. So that means you fighting miseducation. That means you fighting mass incarceration. That means you fighting police extermination. That means you fighting gentrification, or you fighting economic apartheid. Those are 5 major problems. So build one of these 5 institutions or fight one of these 5 major problems. Most of them ain't doing either.
Okay, so they were trying to discredit you when I first heard you.
Well, let me bring you to FDMG.
Okay, so we just heard Umar Johnson go on a rant about, building institutions and all that. So first of all, he don't have 2 institutions that he's building. There is no 2 institutions that are up and running that's by Umar Johnson. Only institution that Umar Johnson has been involved with that's up and running is when he goes up to these college campuses because the student body invites him, and he goes up there and, pretty much make a scene out of all that.
All things considered, look at ninjas. Look at him and look how these ninjas gonna act when he step onto the stage being a scammer, to which clearly they don't care. Just like, I'm done talking. It's been 3 minutes and y'all like, you wanna play the video? I guess I'll play it now. Look at this.
Black Queens forever!
He has no institution. He has not built the institution. He has no bank. He's not commingling with a bank. He doesn't even have to build it himself. He can just join on with other people. But the issue with Umar Johnson is that he wants to be in control of the money. He's very irresponsible. He has no idea what business is whatsoever. He keeps bragging about being a principal, but he was a principal back in 2011. I mean, we're in 2025. He's talking about he's a school psychologist back in 2009, 2010. I mean, what is he talking about? And then I heard he didn't do that long. So he's bragging about all these credentials, but he doesn't even use these credentials to do anything. He's a doctor. Why is he out here begging for money? Now, I played that because I just wanted to give you guys a full preview. He goes onto these platforms. He sounds good. He can say all these buzzwords, gentrification, institutions, yada, 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 yada. He can say all these buzzwords, but at the end of the day, that's all he does is go up to these podcasts, do nothing. So when Joe Budden was actually questioning his credentials, questioning what he's done, I'm actually happy he actually did that. Now, there's another thing I want you guys to actually know, because nobody's paying attention to this, but I have been. So Umar Johnson, he said this like a month ago. that he wants to go up to the Breakfast Club. He's been trying to get up there. Now, the reason that the Breakfast Club is not inviting him, don't take my word for this, but because of the Cesar Pena thing. If you guys don't know who Cesar Pena is, the big guy, Hispanic guy that got caught up with all this real estate, because of the Cesar Pena scam, they don't want to be close to Umar Johnson right now because of his alleged tax fraud and scams that he's doing right now. This is why Umar Johnson can't get back up to the Breakfast Club. He wants to go back up to the Breakfast Club. He mentioned that already twice, because once he goes to the Breakfast Club, he's exposed to a wider audience. More people, more gullible people will give him money. That's why he wants to be back on the Breakfast Club. Joe Budden is trying to invite him back on, but I think he wants a bag from Joe Budden. Now, if I'm Joe Budden, you should have the leverage right here. He's hurting for money. Use that to your leverage, in my opinion. So he goes onto these podcasts, he's acting a fool, he's saying all these buzzwords. We got all that. But what has Umar Johnson done besides travel the world, enjoy himself, go on vacations, act like he's doing something for the people, but he's actually not doing anything for people, act like he's taking care of people, he's not even taking care of his own daughters. He has multiple baby mamas. He's not doing any of that. I said this once and I said it again. His child support is based on minimum wage because technically he's unemployed. That's like $3,000 a year for your daughter, the one that you're still paying child support for. So he's talking about he's building something. He can't even build a family. He can't even build a relationship with his daughter. One of his daughters, the oldest daughter, is actually having fights in the streets.
I don't even know that though. This is weird. Wait, remember my first door, my fucking. Did you know them? Yes, I know. Oh my God. You know them? Yes, I know. That's the girl I was supposed to fight on Friday. So she waits till I'm right here. She's a bitch. She would never fight me a day in her life.
This guy said he's out here building an institution. So if he's out here building an institution, why is he battling YouTube numbers or Instagram numbers or who has more views? Listen to this clip right here. Then I'm gonna get into we can watch Umar as he panics to get more people to support him. But let's listen to him because he said he's building institutions. So why is he online and battling the numbers?
Keep on struggling to bring me down. Oh, yes. Struggle streamers. Keep on struggling to bring me down. Oh, yes. With your 5,000 views, your 20,000 views, your 800 views, your 50,000 views. Struggle streamers, keep on trying to take down King Kong. I want you to keep on trying to take down King Kong with my 67 million Instagram views a month. What y'all going to do when my Go Live channel is ready? What are y'all going to do when my independent Go Live channel is ready? I'm going to kill the whole movement, brothers and sisters. Just wait until...
Okay, so he's over here talking about independent Go Live. So he's talking about creating an account. So he's competing against YouTubers and streamers at this point. Like I said, he's nothing but a online traveling online influencer. He's been that the whole time. There's no institutions. That building right there, yes, it's painted, but if you go on the inside, this is why he never streams on the inside. That's just common sense at this point. We never see him streaming on the inside. He's always streaming either on the porch of FDMG or in this view right here, where it looks like aesthetically pleasing that the school is done and all that. It looks aesthetically pleasing. There's a reason he never shows the other side of the other building, because that building looks like it's crap. He came out one time and that building looked bad. It still got boards on the front door of the other building. But let's get into this is the last clip right here. So this is Umar Johnson up at that school performing. We've seen him do this plenty of times. Whenever he gets his button to crack, he starts performing. That way he can get more people to believe in, the whole FDMG project and everything. Now, I don't know if Umar Johnson thought this was a good look. This is not a good look. This is a bad look. And on top of that, every time I see him up here at FDMG, there's no construction crew. There's nobody working. There was one time there was a construction crew, but then we found out that wasn't even his crew. But he tried to pretend like people were doing something at FDMG. Make a change to the video on that. I'm going to drop that link in the bottom. Umar Johnson was pretending that a construction crew was actually working on FDMG, but they were actually working on, I believe, the city streets at that time. They didn't even work for independent contract. They worked for the city, but he was trying to fake it till you make it type thing. We can see Umar Johnson up here performing again because he's in the jam. He needs more money. He needs to pretend. He has tile painting that he's trying to pretend that he's going to do the job. I mean, then look at the ceiling, man. The ceiling, I mean, that's nothing in the grand scheme of things because he still has had the mold reduction and all that stuff. So that's nothing. The ceiling tiles in the grand scheme and the floor tiles is nothing for what he actually has to get done at that school for it to be able to open. I don't even know why I'm calling it a school because he does have this institution registered as a religious institution, not a school or educational. I guess you can just educate people at a religious institution, but it's registered as a religious institution, not a school type institution registration. I don't know if that's a big difference, but I'm pretty sure like when you want to open up, there's a difference in standards from a religious institution and an educational institution. But let's watch Umar Johnson as he performs up here at FDMG, putting on a whole performance.
Day Africans at? Where are my unapologetically African alpha males? Where are my 5'5" thick in the thighs, all natural head to toe? Beautiful African sisters, my continental queens, Caribbean queens, European, Asian, Canadian, Australian, South Pacific queens. My Jersey, my Florida, my Mississippi, my Philly, my Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis, my Tennessee, my Omaha, my Nashville, my Knoxville, my Memphis Queens, my San Diego, my Oakland, my San Fran, my LA, my Dayton, my Little Rock, my Jackson, Mississippi Queens. Oh, we gonna cross that finish line. We gonna cross that finish line. Black August, baby. Black August, we gonna cross that finish.
Now, this is the same school that he already had painted in 2023. I'm not same school, same hallways that he had painted like back in the end of 2023. So nothing's really happened up there. I mean, like this paint job's been done. Then, I mean, even on that, did they even go over the mold or they just put bleach on the mold, then paint over it? So it looks aesthetically pleasing. But like I said, there's no contracts pulled. There's no teams going in there and actually doing any work. There's pretty much handyman's going. He has handyman going in there and doing all this work when he's collecting millions of dollars. And that can be proven that he collected millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. He spent, what, $400,000 in the school? That was back in 2019. He's been traveling and all that stuff. He has the money. He just spent it on the wrong thing. He's spending it on himself. He's traveling. He has other things to do. There's no way that he's working 60 hours per week at this school.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade. We trying to get these colors right for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG. Got to get the flooring right. Yes, brothers and sisters, the accounts might be frozen, but we are chosen and we must continue. The accounts might be chosen. The accounts might be frozen, but we are chosen.
All right, let me say this too. If he has a team, why aren't they already? They should have been picked these colors. Why is he online? He's doing it because it's performative. He's doing all this because he's performing for his audience. I'm doing something. Because he should have somebody that came in there. He can even go get somebody on a cheap, on the low. I mean, go get a student out of college who's creative. You don't have to get some like real expensive person. But he should have a design team at the very minimum.
House, match the floor, brothers and sisters. Let's get it done.
And if you think about it, most of the people that follow Umar Johnson are women. You tell me you can't get one of these women to come up there and design this for free in a Pan-Africanist type environment. I don't believe I don't believe this, man. It's more ridiculous every time you watch.
Blue matches the wall, brothers and sisters. I need y'all to help me out. Which blue is matching the wall? Help me out, brothers and sisters. Which blue is matching the wall?
So he pretty much went up to Home Depot or somewhere and said, give me all of it. I need all the samples. This is Umar Johnson, man. We're going to keep on keeping on. I'm not saying all this just like to bring him down. I mean, people got to recognize what a scam is, man, at the end of the day. Because, I see a lot of black people talking about where's our money at? Well, your money's going to the Jay Morrisons, to the Umar Johnsons. People who aren't doing anything but living high off the hog for free. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching.